Want to keep up with the latest Camodo gaming videos? Be sure to subscribe and click that bell. Hello YouTube, Camodo Gaming here, bringing you guys another episode of Tiny Town VR, and yes folks, we are back once again, and today we are back with a brand new disaster. Now if you missed it, we had our last episode where we had Mechagodzilla versus Godzilla. If you missed it, I'll flash it in the top right corner. But yeah, you guys were kind of voting on what disaster you wanted to see next. And unfortunately, the one that got the most votes on the last video was like a supernova or some sort of black hole and a galaxy being destroyed. And I was looking around like, I don't think we can do that. Like, we have to keep it a little bit more simple. But another really highly requested one, and that was to use this airship or zeppelin or blimp. Will this be considered an airship or a zeppelin? Or a blimp? I don't know. I'm gonna call it a blimp. Probably get that wrong. But we're gonna have a airship disaster here, and I actually have the perfect spot. So, between the racetrack, the little game show over there, and the farm areas, this was not filled in at all. This was blank. And I finally filled it in with grass, so they're gonna be having some sort of little festival out here, but we will be having a disaster. So I'm thinking about using this little small tornado and maybe having some sort of airship disaster here involving it. So it's going to be a nice little festival here. I figured it actually fits in this area with all this grass because I wasn't really sure what we were going to do with it. Now, as far as the scaling, what does this look like? Oh dear, this is huge. Hold on, let's grab a person real quick. Let's grab this little dude here. Well, you know what? The airship's a little big. Like, that's a window. It's close. I think I'm going to make it a little bit smaller. So we'll grab it and we will shrink her down just a bit. So I'm thinking we'll have a couple of these. We'll probably have one setting ready to take off here. We'll do some parking. Ignore the screwed up ground over here. I still need to kind of patch this area up. For some reason, the farm area was off-centered by half a block, and it kind of screwed up the ground over here. We'll cover it up though. But anyways, folks, if you guys have any suggestions for future episodes and disasters here in Tiny Town, comment below. And if you're enjoying Tiny Town on the channel, maybe hit that thumbs up button. It helps out my channel. And let's get to the disasters. Alright, so what I'm doing right now, I'm making an area. So we're going to have two of the blimps here. One's going to be in the parked position, which I think it's going to be over here. And then the one that was taking off, I think it's going to be here. I don't want to do that opposite. No, maybe we should stick to one that's parked right here. And the other one will be up in the air, and that's where the disaster is going to be happening. Now, one cool thing I'm going to do with this, since we have all those racetrack parts, I can set grandstands up. I'm going to have like a little, I guess we can call it like a gift area / merchandise / whatever else they have in these tents. I really don't know. So we'll have that. Maybe we'll have some performers and stuff. And I'm going to barrier this off. That way nobody can drive in without going through the little entrance here. So you have to have a ticket. So, uh-oh, I think I just put another airship on top of myself. There we go. Alright, let's keep moving. Alright, so we're still just decorating here. I get carried away with this stuff sometimes. Like, I know a lot of people just want to see the disasters, but geez, I like to actually kind of make these things look nice. And how did I never see this Ferris wheel? This would be perfect for this area. Can I stick people in this? Oh, I think I can. Wait a minute, what's the scaling of this? This looks awfully big. I need to find a place to put this. Okay, yeah, I think we're going to stick it back here. So we'll have the Ferris wheel, and I'll go ahead and reposition these tents. That way they're kind of blocking each side of it. Alright, so the hospitality area is almost done here. I'll start sticking some people in. But anyways, how this works, they come through the front gates here with your tickets. You walk around here. You're not allowed into the area with the airship. And you can walk up through here, and that's how you get to your stands. So, I think that's a pretty neat little setup. I actually really like that Ferris wheel. Too bad you can't move parts in Tiny Town. That would be so cool if you can actuate stuff, like say if I can move this or maybe move the little carts on it. That would be sweet. Alright, I think it's about time we start sticking some people in here. Alright, so I think the hospitality area is all fixed up. So we're going to go on a little tour here. So we can walk back here. I've set up little ATM areas. There's food. You got all the little stores and stuff. There's people all around. I even added quite a few details I normally don't do. I normally don't use a lot of these small items like food items and stuff like that. But we've added a lot of that. You can see people are eating food, drinks. People are walking around. I think it's a pretty cool little setup here. So yeah, that is the hospitality area. One thing I need to add here, and I think I'm going to use the construction workers since they have the hard hat, and I think you'd have to have a hard hat to be standing up there. We'll set some officials up, and we'll set some people up here getting ready to launch this blimp, but little do they know of the stuff that's happening behind them. Alright, so we have everything in place here, and this one's about ready for launch. So you can see the TV crews all around. I got this little captain dude in here. He kind of looks like an old retired, maybe blimp pilot telling his old stories. So they're interviewing him over there. And then you have the blimp ready to go. You got the new captain here. You know, do we have any sort of in the, I guess it'd be the airport. Do we have any flights of stairs? Or like a stair car or anything? Can't believe that wouldn't be something that they wouldn't have here. I can't believe that's something I don't think they have. Would it be silly to use this? I think this is really... Hold on, this might actually work. I know this thing is normally typically used for luggage, but it looks really weird that there's no way in this. So if I was to stick that right there, does that work? Yeah, I'm going to say that works. Yeah, you're not going to be up that close to it anyways. So that'll be your stairs to get up actually in the blimp. So I was also thinking... Another thing that probably would be happening during this would be kind of like an air show. So we are going to use some of the fighters that are actually, I think they're in the town section. They kind of need to sort some of this stuff out. It's so weird having the fighters actually in the airport. I said it was the town section, but it's the airport. Opposed to having that in the actual military. Alright, so we're going to get some squadrons here. They're going to be doing some maneuvers. Okay, so I like both of those. So let's go 1, 2, 3. So they'll be doing like a formation over this. Probably should just grab them all over here. Hold on, let's dump that one. There we go. So we got that one there. That one there. So they're doing a formation over. Spawned in way too many of them. Maybe there's going to be one coming under them too. Maybe one of these is the... Actually, now that I think about that, maybe one of these is the reason the blimp crashes. I don't know, maybe they crashed in the side of it. I was wanting to use the tornado, but I'm like... Maybe we should save the tornado for something a little more special. I know we already have one, but I want to use the custom one. So maybe, just maybe, this is going to be the cause of it. So we'll have some doing some stunts here. Like this one will be going straight vertical. There we go. Let's grab the other ones, a part of this squadron real quick. You know what? They're going to be missing a plane. So those are going to be going vertical, but one's going to be gone. And you can probably guess where the one ended up. All right, so we got that. That looks pretty cool, actually. I like this whole area, though. This is finally starting to blend together. That's one part of my city that I always had problems with, was this connecting section behind the zombie apocalypse, which, by the way, got a lot of requests for more zombie stuff, so I'm thinking of a way to start it back up without expanding this area, so we might have some sort of new outbreak happening soon. But in the meantime, let's go ahead. We're going to go back over here. For some reason I said there wasn't a stair car, and there actually is. So we can get rid of the little conveyor belt here, and we can use an actual stair car to climb up in this. So let's stick that about right there. Looks pretty cool. Alright, so that looks great. Alright, so as far as the crashed Zeppelin, where is a good spot? How far is it actually going down is the question. I got so many questions and so many ideas. Right here, this actually looks good. So, I'm going to say there was a secondary landing spot. We might barricade this little section off here. That's why there's no trees. And that would have been the secondary spot for the other blimp. So, I know I keep saying blimp, Zeppelin, and everything else. I know I'm going to have a lot of people screaming in the comments. I just kind of call it whatever comes to mind. So, anyway, so let's go ahead. Let's grab another one of these. And it should be in the custom section here. Alright. I need to scale it down a little bit because it is a little bit bigger. So let's go down. Actually, you know what? Probably be best just to duplicate this one. So I want to go touch it real quick. There we go. And pop. There we go. You know, I probably just did the most cruel thing that I've ever done before. This looks terrible. And I didn't even mean to do this. I was starting to move around the airship there, and I was like, all right, where is this going to be going down at? And right when I moved it in the spot that I was happy, that way you can see the sun hitting it, it's really well lit. It's really well lit. Something happened. This thing's shadow, it's going right to the hospitality area. So we got to change the pose on one of these people here. You know, this dude here, he's going to be the only one that's actually aware of what's happening right now. He's looking up, going, oh geez, there's a blimp about to crash into us. All right, so the airship is going down, and everybody knows that the captain always goes down with the ship. At least that's what they tell you in movies. So, the captain of this one is none other than Oblivious Grandma. There she is. She's going down with the ship. Now, this is where we need to do the actual reason it's going down. And I'm trying to think. You know what? We're still going to use that, let's go, airport. We're still going to use that fighter. That was a yellow one, right? Yeah, it was. Okay, so we're going to grab a yellow fighter here. So we'll grab that one. It's still going to be lodged into the side. Actually, I want it on the other side real quick. Let's go over there. It's going to be still lodged about like that. Let's put it about right there. So yes, it has crashed into the airship. And we're going to have some fire here. There you go. There's your impact there. Actually, you know what? The impact's already happened. So I need to actually aim the fire this way because the airship's going down like that. So the fire would be going back like that. Because I thought it would be neat to actually add smoke to the back of this thing as it goes down. So I need to aim the fire like it's actually moving downward. And I'm just going to say that the jet, when it made an impact, it just stuck. There we go. So you can see the smoke pouring out of the side. That actually looks pretty good. I like that. It's kind of starting to go up the back section here. I didn't have it traveling outwards because, like I said, it's still in motion going straight down to the ground. Now, as far as everybody aboard, we still have to do those people that are jumping for safety. Do you actually have parachutes on these? I don't know if you do. I guess people do parachute from them. I don't know. It depends on how high these things actually get in the air. Might not be worth it. Probably would be to attempt to escape it, though. Alright, so we have crew members trying to escape. Of course, we know Grandma's going down with the ship, but we pretty much know nothing actually hurts Grandma. She always makes it out of these situations alive. So, everybody else is getting out of here. Alright, let's see what that looks like. That looks cool. Like, that's pretty impressive. Alright, so another thing, I guess we probably should have had some stuff on standby. Of course, like ambulances and stuff like that. So I need to place some extra details down here. Pretty sure the firefighters... Oh, which, by the way, I think I didn't point this out. I did finally add people to the Ferris Wheel. I know it's kind of random for me to say that now, but yeah, there is people on there for the people that are probably going to be like, hey, Camodo, you didn't put anybody on the Ferris Wheel. Why not? Alright, so let me go ahead and get some emergency personnel down here. I guess we'll probably have fire on standby, but they're all going to see what's happening, and they're all probably going to be flipping out here. Alright, so let me go ahead and give you guys an overview of what we've done here. So you can see the other airship going down. I did finish a landing site for it, and it finally really ties this whole area together. So you have the train crash over here, the nuke going off. This area is now filled, and this kind of ties into the other stuff that we have here. You've got, of course, the Formula 1 track, where we had that epic crash going on, Monster Jam Arena, stunt show, and then, of course, you've got this little thing going on right here. So this area finally feels complete. Pretty happy. There's a little empty gap down there that might just be trees, it might be something else, and then, of course, we'll work our way over to the farm. But for the most part, I'm pretty happy. I like this disaster. I was, like I said, I was tempted to actually use the tornado for it, but I do want to save that. But yeah, I think we're going to wrap this episode up here today. Do comment below with suggestions for future Tiny Town episodes. I'm going to give you guys a little overview of the whole city here. We have pure chaos going on. Like, this is awesome. We still have plenty to add, though, so do keep a comment below with the suggestions. We'll go ahead and give you one more view of today's disaster. There you go. Look at it. Look at it in all its glory. This is actually probably one of the more detailed builds we've done as far as the little stuff that we added. But yeah, thank you guys for all love and support, and we will see you guys next time in Tiny Town. Thank you.